welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my Diwali makeup look. So if you're watching this on Diwali, happy Diwali. Now this is a time for celebration. Let's do a fun glowy makeup look with a fun smoky gold eye, glowy cheeks, a nude lip, and just be ready to party the night away. So if you guys want to recreate this look, let's go. Okay, so super fresh face. I'm going to start with the eyes. I'm going to be a little different today because I'm doing a heavy eye look. So I'm scared that powder will fall on my face and I'll have to wipe it off. So I'm going to start with the eyes. And I have a little moisturizer on my lids because my lids do tend to get dry. So I don't want any patchiness. And now I'm going to lay down the base for the eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Biscuit. And I'm going to put that on my lids. Just one swipe. We're going to keep going into this. This is going to be very vital today. And I'm going to blend it out with my damp beauty blender. So I'm going to mirror. So just a very light base. I don't think you can even tell in the camera, but I'm doing that. And now I am going to put a little bit of powder. I'm using my Sugar Set the Tone. I'm mostly using high-end products, but I don't have a high-end powder, which I love so much. So I'm just using this. I'm using the puff that comes with it. I don't really need precision. So since I am just putting the powder down, I am just going to do that. So I have kind of set up a base. So ignore this whole section. Powder is going to fall. We're going to clean it up and deal with it later. I'm just going to go in for the eyes. So I put concealer and I put powder. Now I'm going to go in for eyeshadow. Now the perfect eyeshadow palette for any sort of festival and wedding, function, anything is the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered. I don't know if they've continued this, but I love this palette and I can't do without it. I will show you why I love this palette. So number one, it's like so pretty, and look at the colors. I mean, wouldn't you just need all these colors? So these are really great for blending and for the crease, and this black actually doubles up as a liner when you wet it. And then these pinks and golds and all these golds, you can see I've been going in. These metallic shades are so pretty. And basically, since I'm doing a sort of something to match with my kurta, which is like black and gold, I am going to focus more on the black and this 24K color, and like a bit of these just to get a little bit, and then these in the crease. So I just realized in the video that my hands were super crusty. I'm just going in moisturizer. It's really important to have like really moisturized hands because you will be touching your face, and it just makes everything easier. It's like blendable. My face is looking so funny right now. So we're gonna go in for the eyeshadow. Give me a second to take off my watch. So we're gonna go straight in. This is gonna be a heavy eye look, but it's gonna look so pretty at any Diwali or Tash party you're going for. Just follow along. So I'm going to start with sandalwood, which is this lightish brown color, and then I'm going to start building with this cocoa color. So what that means is I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush like this one, and I'm going to go in with the sandalwood color, dust off the excess. There is a really nice big mirror with this, so I'm going to look into the mirror and do it, and I go into my crease and I just start building. Just kind of just getting a little definition. You want to kind of look like you have really big eyelids, which means you have big eyes, right? So I've started with this color, and you can see sort of some definition forming there. Don't be afraid of putting color. I also have that problem where I'm afraid of putting on eyeshadow. Don't worry, and it's all fun, so you don't have to be tense about it, man. Just go in. This color is really important for blending everything seamlessly. notice when I start building up the color. Now I'm going to take a different brush. We're going to go back into the brush later, and I'm going to go in with this cocoa color. And I'm just going to go into the outer corner and then go a little lower than where I had put that sandalwood color. You can see it here. And I'm just focus on my eye, on my hand movement. I'm applying it with my eye, just below that. And if you feel like you've covered up some of that earlier one, don't worry about it. We'll go in with the other brush and blend it in. It's important to do both eyes relatively simultaneously, because otherwise they don't come out even. So as you're building the colors, you need to kind of make sure they're the same on both sides. Symmetry is the difficult part of eyeshadow and eyeliner and all of that. Getting all that symmetry, girl. I don't normally go so ham in with my eyeshadow, but it's a special occasion look, so we're going in ham. We're really going to enjoy ourselves with this one. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I don't have to worry so much because I haven't done the base that, you know, I'm messing up the base somehow. I'm really building up this brown. It is really essential to build up this brown very well to give a really good look. I'm going in with the earlier brush I used and just diffusing it. Now we're really getting fun now. I am going to take a what kind of brush am I going to take? I'm going to take a flat brush like this. I'm going in with the black. So the black truffle color here, just going in. Just making sure I get a lot of product on this brush, tapping off any excess. And I'm just putting it in the outer third. I'm just going to start blending it at an angle, more or less. Can you see what we're doing here? We're kind of doing an angle. Really build up that color. We want a nice opaque black. Promise you, it's gonna look so fun and so pretty. You're gonna get so many compliments, girl. So I'm kind of doing like this black angle. Can you see? It's kind of like a smoky eye, but kind of not. I know you're thinking, what is going on? Trust me, it's gonna look so good. Now, a very important part of this look is my simple cleansing wipes. We're gonna use these bad boys, okay? So I'm gonna take one. I think one is enough for this whole look. Oh, this is going to be very useful. Don't waste it. Just use the edges. I am going to take this wipe and I'm firstly going to remove any eyeshadow that's fallen in the inner third. So this area, I'm going to remove the eyeshadow. I know what you're thinking, but what about all that concealer you put underneath? Now what I have found with these metallic shadows is that I really like how they sit on bare skin. Whereas the powder and more matte shadows, they sit really well on, you know, prepped eyelids. So I am removing up to, almost up to the black, but on the lid only. I'm not removing everything from the crease. So I'm being very careful with it. And now I'm going to use my ring finger and go in with this 24 karat gold color. and put that where I had removed eyeshadow from. So just very carefully. Can you see how shiny that is and how prettily it sits on bare skin? Oh, it's so creamy, guys. Also, there is a bit of fallout, so I'm happy I didn't do the base. How pretty is that? How pretty is that? Look. I'm gonna take a tiny brush and just go in. It doesn't pick up as much product as your finger does, but I just want a little bit of precision. So I'm hit with a brush. Almost like a foil, you know? And that's what I love about it. I'm going up to the black. Take your time with this because I don't think the base and all will take too much time. So carefully apply that a little bit. Merge it a little bit into the black. So when your eyes are open, it's fine, but if your eyes closed, you don't want it to look like a mess. So I'm just blending that in. I'm going to go back in with the black eyeshadow and just apply it a little bit higher. Just so it looks like the gold is merging into the black. And wherever the gold meets the black, I'm just using this gold figure and I'm just making it blend into each other. So I still have a little bit of gold on this and I'm just carefully making them blend into each other. How pretty is that? Now going back with the wet wipe, I'm just going to clean up the edge of the eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match the angle of my eyeliner. So I'm just sweep it off and wiping off. Just taking it in my nail and just swiping off. Doing it on the other eye. Just like that. So I'm just taking the black eyeshadow brush and neatening up in the edges. Out a little bit and then going back in, clean that. You need to focus a little bit on symmetry. That is very important. Now taking brush that I had sandalwood on, I'm just blending everything together. It just makes it seamless. Now for the under the eye, take another brush like this, and I'm going to go in with the same combination of colors under the eye. So I'm going to start with sandalwood. And just go underneath the eye. Do the same thing on the other side. Then I'm going to take cocoa. Again, you can be so much more easy and free with this because you haven't done the rest of your face. So just go ham, enjoy yourself. You want it on the lower lid just to get it to match the upper lid. It just looks neater and cleaner. Now going in with the black truffle now at the end, I'm just putting it at the end. Just bringing it in a little bit at the end. And bringing it in a little bit. Just trying to get that angle right. Now for kajal and eyeliner, I'm using my Huda Beauty Life Liner. It has a kajal on one side and liquid liner on the other. So perfect. I'm just going to take the kajal side right now. And I'm going to tightline my upper waterline and lower. And then I'm going to put in the lower line as well. I want to accentuate. Ooh. And then I'm going to take the liquid liner around and try and draw a very nice wing. Let's hope I'm able to. Starting off. I'm making a mess, girl. But it's okay. We can fix it all. We're in no rush. We started putting our makeup on way before time, way before the party, because we knew we were doing a heavy look and we couldn't rush it. One eye always different from the other one. What do I do? So this liquid liner dries quite fast. So you need to work with it like super duper fast. I am going to take this tissue again and just try and clean up wherever I feel a little tougher. So even the liner, I'm just making it a little bit pointier and I'm removing a bit of the black shadow where I think it's getting a little patchy. Going in with the sandalwood. Pointy, so I'm just trying to get them to match each other. Going back in with the kajal side of or pencil liner, I'm just going to draw it a little lower than the waterline, and then I'm going to smoke it out with the cocoa color. How are the eyes looking? I'm going to do mascara later. Now I have my wet wipe. I'm going to wipe off all the excess eyeshadow that's fallen down on my face. Really cleaning up the face and that whole area. Take off all that gold glitter that's fallen. Ooh, I almost forgot. For my inner corner highlight, I am going to put a little bit of this blessed color. I'm just going to do that with my finger, my clean finger. I'm going to take a little and put it over here as well. Even though I haven't done my brows, I'm doing everything upside down today. So again, I can go in with my wipe and just clear up any of that fallout. Now since I've done the wipe, so I haven't prepped my face, I am going to firstly clean my hands, and I'm going to put on my moisturizer, because I didn't put my moisturizer on my face before. So let's get into it. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. You know what time it is. Perfect for under makeup. Really is a magic cream. I also heard that this is what they put on like red carpets and all for celebrities, so that's pretty interesting. I'm just putting on. Let me know in the comments below if you like me showing my skin prep, or you just want me to show my makeup directly, because I've got mixed reviews from people. They're like, we want to see everything, and some people are like, just get on with the makeup already, we know how to put the moisturizer. So let me know what you like, what you don't like. Let me know, girl. You need to really prep your skin. It's going to be a long party night, you're going to be around a lot of like some like, you know what I mean. You can see how nicely moisturized my skin is looking. It's looking so much better. And now I'm going to put a bit of primer. I mean, this is the MAC Strobe cream. I don't know if it's a primer. Some people put it over makeup, under makeup, but it gives such a nice glow to the skin. And we want a glowy look. We want to look like a pataka, dude, on Diwali. So since we're not bursting crackers anymore, don't we want to look like crackers? No? That's the lamest thing you ever heard. So I'm focusing it over here, and then I'm just like putting it out everywhere else, but mostly here. You don't want it to be too glowy anywhere else. And then I'm going to start with my eyebrows. So while all of this is sinking into my skin, I'm going to do my eyebrows so that it has a little time to sink in. I'm using my Swiss Beauty. Again, I'm using mostly high-end products, but if there's no replacement that I find, then I'm just going back to drugstore. So this is Swiss Beauty Shape My Brows. I use the grey color in this, and I just fill in the extra sparkles. I'm not doing that intense brow. Also, I feel like once I'm done with the whole face, I can make few adjustments to the eyeshadow and get what I want. Okay, so I have filled in the extra hairs, sparse areas, and made it look like I have some more hair there. And if you've been seeing in recent videos that my eyebrows aren't perfect, I'm trying to grow them out, so I am not threading them too much, and I'm okay with that. I accept that. Sometimes it's not going to be perfect, girl. I'm going to also prep my lips with the Clinique Almost lipstick in Black Honey, another cult product, and I just love this lipstick. I use it like a lip balm almost, and it is like so nice. Now we're gonna do color correcting. I'm gonna take my LA Girl Pro Conceal and I'm gonna put it on my hand. If you're hearing any music and all outside, it is Diwali time. There are so many people right now. It is hard to make everyone stay quiet. So I've taken a little bit here. I'm going to take my back 219 brush and I'm just going to go in and just start putting it wherever I need to color. I'm going to go carefully, very carefully, only apply it where it needs a bit. It's not too bad. I think my dark circles have gotten much better now. But whenever I have like a little bit of making sure. I'm gonna go to the mirror, make sure it's all okay. We okay, girl, we okay. And now for foundation, we're doing high end. I would normally do my Maybelline 330, but we're doing my Fenty 330. So taking my Fenty and taking out 1, 2, 3. It's Diwali, we're gonna be a little dressy. So I've taken 3 pumps. 3 like mini bumps, my version of bumps, and I'm going to first apply it with a flat brush. It's like a thing I've been doing. I just feel like I can be like evenly apply it, though I don't think this brush is very happy with me. Applying it everywhere, and I'm going to blend it out with my Zoeva buffing brush. Just patting it in, avoiding the under eye area, making sure it covers up all my color corrector. How is that base looking? I love the eyes, dude. It's like so pretty. Now I'm going to take a damp beauty blender and just bounce it all over, just to make sure that everything looks skin-like. I don't like it to look like I have a mask on, so I do put a bit of foundation, but I like to like bring back a little bit of the skin. Getting some coffee. Now concealer, going back in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I have to be very precise with this because I don't want it to mess with any of the eyeshadow I've done under the eye. So I'm going in, girl, putting it here and cleaning up this eyeliner. Here and cleaning up. I tend to have a bit of veins here, so I do need a little bit of cover up there. And just hold down the bridge of my nose, for my nose, Cupid's bow, chin, and here. I just recently been starting to do like different concealer things and seeing if my face does really in fact get lifted. I don't know, maybe. I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and take the pointy side. We're gonna go in. I'm gonna look very carefully into the mirror because I do not want to mess up anything. I am doing something a little different because I usually do the eyeshadow after I do the face. So there may be some mess ups, screw ups. That's what it's about, learning, right? And even though I got certified, I still feel like there's so much of a learning curve with makeup. You have to keep applying it on different faces to really figure out how to do it, you know? I think it's going well. I don't know. Can't promise you anything. I think it's looking nice. Now I'm going to go in for contour bronzer and highlighter, and these are going to be cream products, and since we're doing high-end, I'm going to be doing my Fenty. So I have my Fenty Trio. I don't actually end up using the concealer as much, but it is a nice thick concealer. I don't like a very thick concealer. I like the Radiant Creamy by NARS a little bit more because it's creamier. But Truffle I use a lot. That's the contour, and then the rum is a very pretty, I'm gonna show you, color. I think goes with this, and it's kind of like the Blessed that I put underneath. So I'm going to show you how I apply these. So with the Truffle, I'm going to take a more pointed brush. So I had recently done the Mary Phillips technique, which is underpainting. I haven't underpainted here, but I do like the precision with which she applies her products, which I don't think I really did in that video. So I'm going to take a more narrow brush and apply the contour a bit more precisely. A little bit more work, but I think it does what you want it to do in a way. And I'm going down. Under the chin. Oh, that's fine. Now I'm going to blend it out with this brush. I'm going to blend out with this brush, which is how I normally kind of apply bronzer. So on the bigger areas, I'm just using this brush to blend. And for this area, I'm going to be using my beauty blender. So it's the side I use concealer with, so it will soften the bronzer a little bit, but that's okay. It's at the center of my face. You don't want it to be too harsh. A line, I don't really do too much of a nose contour. I just like to look a little snatched. And then kind of, since this is damp, it adds a little bit more blendability, I would say. And then a little into the forehead. Look at the mirror. I mean, it's kind of there, kind of not there. And I'm going to take the rum color and take a little on my finger, just apply it in the high points of the cheek. Tip of my nose, and play it a little bit. like such a subtle glow. I am going to put more, but it's just like if you like the subtleness, this is really the product for you. If you have like a matching skin tone to mine. Okay, now for liquid blush. Since we're doing high end, I'm going to be using my Pixi Glow Mist. I usually go in with it, but I think I'm just going to use a brush today. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush, going in with the product, and starting from outside and just bringing it in. I used to directly put brush here, but it just makes more sense. I don't know why I didn't do it before. But starting from outside, so if you have a lot of product, you can just blend it in this way instead of blending it this way where it looks like you have clown cheeks. So a little on the, not too much. We're not going for that usual look that I do where I put blush on my nose, but we just want a little bit. Love this blush. It just gives such a pretty glow to the skin, which I love. And now I'm going to set my concealer. So I'm taking my Sugar Contour de Force. I'm taking a little bit in the cap and taking my triangular part and just tapping my excess and just placing it here, avoiding the eyeshadow. And just like around the last line of the top. And whatever comes in the brush, just go over, but very lightly. You don't want to cover up any of the other products. I'm just going to put it where I really put concealer, just like in the center of my face. Anything that falls off, I'm just going to dust off. I don't want too much powder. You don't want to take away the glow that we brought into the face by just powdering too much. I'm going to wipe off all this makeup from my hands. And we're going to set the rest of the makeup. So whenever you put any cream products, you kind of have to set it with a powder product if you want it to last. And since this is a party look, like a Diwali look, you want your makeup to stay on the entire night while you're partying, so you need to set it. Now in terms of high-end blushes, I have high-end liquid and cream blushes. I don't really own high-end powder blushes, so I'm going to show you some of my favorite powder blushes. So the K Beauty matte blush in the shade Mild Berry is a lovely blush, and I think it'll layer well over Pixi Glow. So I'm going to be using that blush. I'm just going to use the same brush I used for the cream blush. I'm just using the other side. A lot came on, didn't expect so much. What I'm going to do is, the secret to doing, go in with your beauty blender and it diffuses that blush perfectly, because it still has a little bit of foundation on it. So I mean, so pretty, girl. It's just a lot. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And now for setting, well, kind of putting the highlighter and bronzer, I'm going to be using my Juvia's Place palette for the bronzing contour areas. And since I did such a like concentrated contour, it's not really a bronzer, it's contour. I'm using the darker shade of the two, because this is more of a bronzer, this is more of a contour. It isn't fully cool tone, but it is darker. And I'm going to go in with the same brush I had used for my cream contour. When I use these smaller brushes, I feel like I'm back in my high school art class. Just like wherever I had put that Truffle bronzer. It is quite quite neat to use a small brush. It's just, if you are lazy like me, it just takes so much time. Do you like, really, that could take a bit time. Now for highlight, going in with the Fenty. Now usually when it is any kind of function, I love using the Maybelline Master Chrome. I have destroyed this, but this is like perfect. And since we're doing high-end, I could be doing this Fenty one, but we're doing this one. So I'm using the Master Chrome, but if you want to continue with the luxury trend, definitely use the Fenty in Mean Money and Hustler Baby. I'm using this. It is so pretty. Let me just swatch it for you. I mean, come on, doesn't it go with the eye so well? So, I mean, this is too much. It's like so pigmented. I'm just going to rub off a bit. I'm just going to go over where I had put rum. This is so pigmented. You have to be so careful when you apply it. Otherwise, you're just going to look like a glazed donut. Which isn't a bad thing, if that's what you're going for. But it is so nice. It's so pretty, especially for, you know, functions and stuff. Like when the light catches it, it is just, how pretty is that? How pretty is that? So I'm going to check it out in the mirror and see if it needs a little bit of diffusing. I mean, if you are human, you like a little bit of diffusing. So I'm going back in with my beauty blender and just giving it a little bit of a diffused effect. And I'm just making sure under the eye is also neat with the pointy side. I mean, glowy, glowy, glowy. No one's gonna say you're not glowy today. That's for sure. Now, done with all of that, I'm gonna set my face with the Pixi Glow Mist. I mean, we're just going ham. But I'm going to put it on my beauty blender and not spray it directly because we've done the eyes. So just a very quick application, just enough to kind of set the face but not make it too glowy. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I'm gonna do mascara. We're going on the train, the Huda Beauty Eyes train. So I'm using the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes, and has two sides, it has curl and length, and it has volume. I'm in the mood for volume today. Like, I really want those siren eyes. So I'm going in, girl. Oh god, how pretty is that? I always find myself making a bit of a mess when I put mascara. Little on the low lashes, just like a slight amount. So don't worry about it, we will wipe it off. We have our trusty wet wipe today that has been our friend the entire day. How pretty are the eyes looking, girl? So I'm gonna go take my wet wipe. I'm gonna be very, very precise because we cannot mix this up. For all that effort, we can't have a mess up. You know what I mean? Yay! Now the issue is that I need to replace a little bit of that. Sandalwood, man, is our best friend. So I've just replaced that. And now we go in for the lips. So since we have such a loud eye, nude lip. Have to do a nude lip. So I'm gonna take my my trusty lip liner, Huda Beauty Lip Contour in rich brown, and I'm going to combine a few nude lipsticks to get the right color that I want. So first we're going to start with the lip liner. lined my lips perfectly. So now I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty Liquid Matte in Trendsetter and just fill it in. I go up to the lip liner, but I don't hide it completely. I'm going to go back in my lip liner and just give a little bit more definition. I find when I do nudes, if I don't have definition, the lips kind of merge into the rest of my face. It's kind of weird. Super pretty. And then I'm going to take my MAC Whirl lipstick and go over it. And then to bring back something that will match with my blush, I'm going to use my plum blush and just take a little on my finger and tap it into my lip. Bring a bit of pink back into my lips. And then what are we doing? I've got a very messy table today in front of me. I mean, it's my fault, it's not like, just been a little messy. I don't know, when it's like, okay, I found it. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Demi Matte in CEO just to give a little bit of gloss. Just in the center. Pretty! So I'm done with the makeup. I'm going to finish up getting ready and come right back. I'm back. I put a bindi on, put earrings on. I am ready to party for Diwali. I hope you guys like this look. It's like black and gold. It's super pretty. You saw how easy it was to do. It does take a little bit of time, but the result is worth it. I got nude lip, lovely glowy cheeks. I think it's perfect for the festive season. Now go rock those Diwali parties and Tash parties, and comment below and share with me if you guys have recreated this look. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And remember, makeup is for everyone. Bye. Happy Diwali.